And I've actually had a couple viral videos go off that are in this format, are longer form talking head style videos. This is where you're talking directly to the camera. They can be anywhere from 30 seconds to 3 minutes to longer, as TikTok has now actually implemented a 10-minute long feature. You can upload videos up to 10 minutes long now. And as I've been experimenting with types of content, I've noticed that videos over a minute long tend to do well on TikTok. They get pushed out a little more because the platform is focusing on that. Now, if you want to repurpose these for Instagram Reels, for YouTube Shorts, what I try to do is film them in a particular way that I can cut out certain pieces to shorten it to under a minute as well. Or I might break it up into multiple parts and post them over multiple shorts or reels. I'm using a trendy spin on it because a lot of people these days are using a spin on this where they'll open their notes, take a screenshot of that, and then use a green screen filter to talk over it, talking about the different ins and outs of their particular niche. So for me, I've come up with a couple ones in photography that I can discuss, and then I'll just film it using a green screen filter to point out the different ones. And you can actually do this all within Capcut itself. So I've taken a screenshot of this, and now I can open the Capcut app. And this gives a nice play on it because it allows the viewer to be engaged for longer. And then if you want to take that same content and put it on shorts or reels, you can cut it down, you can re-edit it, or something I've even done is cut it into 2 parts. For Instagram, for YouTube, you have 2 1-minute parts from a 2-minute video, giving you actually more content in the long run. To start filming this, I'll open up CapCut, and then I'm not going to hit new project, I'm actually going to hit the camera. And on CapCut, they don't quite have the 10-minute version yet. Although CapCut and TikTok are tied in together, it should be getting that feature soon, I would imagine. I can go over here to 3 minutes, since I will probably talk longer than a minute, just to get that added watch time, and because TikTok is prioritizing these particular videos. So I will hit effects, and then I'll go over here to green screen. There's green screen photo and green screen video. This one here with the little arrow pointing down is photo, the arrow pointing up is video. So I have to first download that effect. It might take a minute, and then I can change the background from what I have on my phone. And now we can see that I have my notes screenshot pulled up, and then I will flip the camera around to have me in it. Now I can drag myself bigger, and that way I can start by having my head over each point and then bring it down as the video goes on. The way I like to work is I will usually run off the cuff. I won't use a script for my videos. Sometimes I'll make a couple notes, but if you like to have a script, that is totally fine. The benefit of a video like this is you have the points on screen that you can reference with the note. But if you like having a script to talk off of or look over and then hit record and talk to the camera, you can always have another screen off to the side right here, and then just film your video and cut back and forth as you need to reference your notes or your script. For the optimal learning experience, I'm not going to edit this at all because sometimes I'll fumble over my words and need to take the video a couple times. So I'm not going to edit that out so you can see me fumble over my words. So that way, if you do the same, you know that this is super common and it happens to the best of us. So there's no worries there. You just edit that out after the fact. I have this set to multi-clips because I'm going to film more than one time. I'll stop it, catch my breath, and then say another point. In 2023, this is what is in and what we are leaving in the dust. The first thing is candid film photos, taking a film camera around with you, capturing your life, capturing these great moments of the people that are closest to you. This is something that I've started doing and I suggest to everyone because the photos give this timeless classic feel. Next is capturing genuine emotion and expression. This goes for any type of shoot, really trying to create a feeling with your photos versus things being super contrived or emotionless, trying to create a vibe, as it were. Now, what we're leaving behind, shooting wide open everything. F1.2, the background is super blurry. You can't see any detail, any context. It doesn't add anything to the story. It's just focused on the person. That's great, but I think it's become a little overdone. So we're leaving that right behind. And lastly, holding the camera at eye level. Get down, get high, shoot at different angles because it will actually create a different perspective. You're used to seeing everything at your eye level. So to have a better, more unique looking photo, take it from a perspective you're not used to seeing all the time, and you'll have a better look. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is create a call to action to tell the audience to do something. What photography trend are you leaving behind? Let me know your thoughts down below. And simply, that's a quick call to action to let the audience know to comment something down below. This gives more interaction, this gives more engagement, which will ultimately boost your content. Then we can just hit the check mark icon. This is what is in and what we are leaving. And we can hit edit, and then we can tighten this up if we need to. So that first clip, we got a good take out of that, but maybe when these two clips hit, there might be a little bit of space, so I'll tighten that up a bit. This is something that I'll do with all my talking head videos. Usually there will be small pauses between each clip, and I'll just go through and cut those down so it just feels more seamless. So where do I stop talking here? Better look. So you can see we got half a second of a pause there, and I'll just cut that out. Because when you're working with short form content, you want it to be a little quicker. Something that's longer form, you can allow it to breathe a little bit. But short form content, it's a little faster paced. So you want to cut out a little bit more of those pauses. Look, what photography trend? And you can see I take a breath in, I go, and then start talking here, so I'll cut that out. And that's about half a second again. And then I'll just watch it again to make sure it's good. And to drag back and forth, you just slide your thumb across the screen here, and that will help you scrub through footage. Scrubbing is just when you go through at a quick pace. You're not watching the video, you're just getting to a different point. Sometimes Capcut will have the add ending portion, or sometimes this will just be added to the video and it's the Capcut logo. I don't like having this in there because, for one, it increases the length of your video, and that part people probably won't watch, or they'll just swipe away at that point. Where previously they may watch your content again, they may re-watch that video, which significantly ups your watch time and makes it so the platform will push it out to more people. So we just click on that, hit delete, that gets rid of that, and we're good. There is something I want to do here, which usually helps increase your watch time because it helps people get engaged. And we can go over here to text. And then I'm just going to hit auto captions, and you see the captions people have on their videos. All these platforms now usually have auto captioning software where they can just automatically take the words you've said and create captions for them. So I'm just going to hit start, and it'll generate the captions. So you can then click on them and go style. You can change what you want the font to be. You can go over here to font. Now you can go through and pick any font here you want. I'm going to keep it classic and go with some Helvetica here, and then you can change the different type here. I'm going to go with this simple black text on a white background. You can create different effects, animations, bubbles, but I'm going to keep it pretty simple here and hit OK. And then you can see that it creates the captions and they auto refresh as you talk to whatever you're saying. Sometimes I'll go through and make sure they are saying the words that I'm saying, because sometimes it will mishear what you say. So you can go through and actually edit that. And then all I do is go over, you can hit edit, and then you can actually type here. But that's good. And then it's timed with how you're saying things. You can also cut it to make it shorter, but I'm fine with the length of the words per line here, so that's fine with me. Then I just come up here, hit the share icon. That will export the video directly to my camera roll, and I can either share it directly to TikTok, to Instagram, to YouTube from here, or I can just hit done and then post it whenever I feel like it. So as this finishes, I'm probably just going to hit done, and then I will post it later on. That's the talking head portion. It was a little fancier because we implemented the green screen technique there, but that is also a way to up your watch time because you have something that the audience can look at as you're talking. It's not just you talking directly. They can read what you're talking about as you're talking about it. So it helps add another level there that will keep people watching for longer. Now, you don't have to do this. A lot of my content is just me talking directly to the camera for a minute or so, and that works very well also. This is actually 2 of my most viral videos that I've made were done just directly talking to the camera for a minute or so. So it does definitely work, and I can attest to that.